All right, so I think this is actually going to be a better format. We're going to try it like this for just a little bit of time. So, if you need to refresh. Um, yeah, it's not going to be like that big of a topic, but okay. So, a lot of people were asking as to like, what gives? Why weren't you streaming today? What gives with all the Marvel Spider-Man? Well, the sad part is that this side of my face right here, um, right next to the wisdom tooth, is a tooth that wound up breaking in half. Now it's been broke. Oh my god, this tooth has been broke for about 5, 6 years. Never given me a problem, no issues. So I figured, tooth chipped in half. It's not caused me any pain. It's not caused me any kind of issues. Why would I deal with it? I mean, there's no other issue now. If there was pain, yeah, I'd be like all over it. But unfortunately, I'm like most of the jobs around here, you're having to deal with like insurance, getting insurance, paying for insurance. I was like, why? It's not causing me any issue. I'm not going to deal with it. Well, as of today, caused me an issue. Um, Actually, it's been since say late Friday night. Yeah, I believe it was like late Friday night. Um, so I dealt with the issue. Just kind of like just giving a heads up speech. That way, anybody who goes back and watches it, they can go ahead and be like, "Oh." Um, Case in point, we got the lovely Liz in here. Morning, Liz. How you doing? Yeah, because there's other people on other sides of the world that this is like good morning to them, whereas it's way past good night for me. Um, but that's the reason why I put the new title up here. It's put me in a just chatting section instead of me gaming. Um, but the title of the stream is One Tooth Ruins Everything. Um, as you see right there. So it's not the wisdom tooth, it's a tooth right next to it. Like I said, 6 years ago, it wound up it broke in half. No pain. Why am I going to deal with it? Why am I going to pay money for it? What's up, Agent Chris? How you doing? So I just said, I was like, there's no point. Um, However, Friday it started getting to be where it was aggravating me, and I quickly knew that I was like, okay, every now and then it kind of hurts a little bit, but nothing major. Um, but Friday it decided to light me up bad, and I knew going into like that Saturday morning kind of deal. I was like, yeah, I want to pay attention to this, make sure that I'm on top of this, and immediately, um, I use like a beard balm to smooth down the beard, make sure it looks nice and good. Ladies love a guy who has a well groomed beard. So I'm like, I go to get the stuff together. I'm putting a balm on there, and a second, I didn't even like this is me pushing up against my face. Okay, I barely touched my jaw right here and right here, barely even like brushing the hair, not the skin, barely brushing the hair when I touched right here, like very, very lightly. Ooh, you want to talk about being lit up like Christmas? Oh my God. I cannot remember being in such pain. I really can't. I cannot remember a time being in this much pain. And God's honest truth, it was just unbearable. believable. I mean, it was bad. And that's why I was supposed to stream today, and I wound up playing, rerun. Well, not a rerun, it was more of a premiere because I have not added to my Twitch account those videos that I did back in October when I was streaming from just YouTube before I even came to Twitch. So, yeah, that wound up being what I wound up doing. So a lot of people were like, why are you doing this video? Why are you not on camera? Because my face was so swollen that it's like you can't see it because of my beard. But it was bad. There's pictures that I posted in Discord, and yeah, it was not good. I still hurt. They put me on no painkillers whatsoever. Just 875 milligrams of Augmentin, which is an antibiotic. And then 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. So every 6 hours I have to take the ibuprofen or alternate it with Tylenol. And then every 12 hours I have to take the Augmentin. And both of these pills are like horse pills, are like freaking huge. So at least once every 12 hours, I'm taking 2 big, huge horse pills. And I'm miserable. And who would think one tooth would ruin everything? Ruin how you feel. I mean, I feel crappy. I don't have any energy. You can tell I'm not the normal Lycan who's like, yeah, oh, fuck. Because that hurt to even do that. No energy. Even right now, I sound kind of nasally because like one tooth is just like aggravating my sinuses. I'm breathing out one nose on the other side of my face. So this is the tooth that hurts, and this is the nose that's open. So yeah, I am absolutely, positively freaking miserable. People died from bad tooth infections in the old days. Yeah. Back in the old days, it's like there was a lot of things, because I mean, an infection meant that, if it got to the bloodstream, I mean, that's it. Lights out. Wait, what? More than one nose? What do you mean? Yeah, no. I can breathe out this nostril. I can't breathe out this one. And that's where the tooth is. So it's like my whole entire right side is like, I know I had a lot of people be like, "Oh, shut your mouth! Don't say that." No, I seriously felt like I have had a stroke. I mean, like my whole entire right side is useless. It's like, ugh. So I know all about bad infections, dude. Ask me sometime when you feel better. No, trust me, I'm good. Especially when you have a girlfriend who is one of those hotheads that just loves Dr. Pimple Popper. Trust me, I'm good. I've heard enough. I'm okay. Oh, I could do without that crap. But yeah. So that's why I always tell people, I'm like, take care of yourself, make sure that, you get enough rest. Over 40 days in the hospital. Oh, that's not good. I don't even want to know. Maybe we'll save that for another day. Maybe. Oh no, not the pimple pop. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, I haven't even really tested out the video game yet. And as of right now, I'm okay because I can do one of two things. I can either stream straight up from my PS4 through the Twitch app on my PS4 through my old school PS4 camera, and I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm okay. Or two, which is what I would love to do, is I would love to have all these fancy overlays, because obviously you see this nice sexy looking microphone that I spent a lot of money on. I mean, I would like to get some use out of this, but you guys can't see it right now because I posted it in Discord so that people could see what the desk area looks like. The desk itself is going to be in a transition, because as soon as I can get enough, not bits, not subscriptions, donations, donation. Once I can get enough donations, I'm buying a new desk, plain and simple. The desk I'm looking for is $90. I'm buying it. It's an L-shaped desk. It's going to be nice, plain, simple, nothing fancy schmancy, just a simple L-shaped desk. But yeah. Yeah, as you see, like if you go to Discord and see the picture where the desk is sitting at, adjacent to the wall where the TV is, as you guys see here. That's the way the desk is going to be set up. It's going to be set up right here, and then you're going to see underneath the TV the rest of the desk. That's the way it's going to be. I love that setup. It looks good. That's what I'm going with. But like I said, $90. So yeah, dealing with this is probably because I just started a new job. Are you guys getting the graphic for this? Yep. Show is. Oh, Professor, you have missed out on the brand new, because now I have achieved two, count them, two tier 1 emotes. So before was the one that you created. Well, this one is one that I created. As much as I hate that stupid dab crap, it is a dabbing werewolf. Oh, you got that job you wanted. Well, I wound up, I got the promotion to be supervisor. Same day that I got the promotion, my buddy calls me and he tells me, he goes, "Hey, you told me that whenever the hotel's hiring again, let you know." And I was like, "Okay." He goes, "They're hiring." I'm like, "Seriously? Are you kidding me?" Well, I jumped on the opportunity, so I just started last week working at the hotel. I can't wait. I love it. Honestly, I mean, a lot of things to learn, a lot of things to do. But I think without this issue, and I try to like learn how to segue through the waters and be able to stream and get to work and get home and have a personal life. I think once everything kind of starts tying into each other, I think I'm gonna be good. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't wait for the job. It's gonna be great. I mean, I can't wait for the job. I'm working the job, but I mean, hey, money's gonna be fantastic. And um, it's kind of a funny story, but I can go ahead and segue into that a little bit. Um, I had made a joke because my former boss asked me to stay an extra 2 days longer. And I'm going to go ahead and cover that list. The hours are pretty much the same, except for instead of going to work or having to be at work from 4 until midnight, now I'm doing it from 11 or from 3 o'clock until 11 at night. Here's where the kicker is. So my boss asked me, I gave him 2 weeks notice, and he said, like come that Saturday, he was like, is there any way that you can possibly stay an extra 2 days? And I'm like, well, there's a reason why there's a 2 week notice. I'm like, I worked 2 weeks and I start my other job. He's like, yeah, I know, but I don't have anybody as of yet to take over. I was like, so in other words, you don't have anybody for me to train. Like, okay. I'm like, let me work it out. So I did. I talked to the new boss, and he's cool about it. He's like, actually, I was going to see if you can start on Saturday anyhow. I'm like, great. I could have had 5 days off. Nope. So I told him, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. After giving him 2 additional days, he still had nobody to put in as my replacement. I told him, I said, I'm sorry, I can't give you any more days. Sucks for you. Management at the company that we got a contract through, not happy at all. Not happy at all. So he calls him into the office and says, you need to fix this, and you need to fix it quick. He's like the best guy you've ever had, and you've had some pretty decent guys out here. He's the best one you've ever had. You better fix this quick. So of course, we took a little ride and we were talking, and he's like, what can I get to make you stay? And I'm like, now mind you, my current job, 11 an hour. I was like, okay. So I sit there and I tell him, I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. They're paying me $11.50 an hour. Oh, I lied. I was like, they're paying me $11.50 an hour, man. Like, so I don't know what to tell you. So he went back, and he's kind of, oh yeah. So he had now mind you, I'm making, as a supervisor, I'm making $10.75 an hour. As a supervisor, this new job's gonna pay me $11 an hour. I was like, okay. No, that's the way it does in the United States is like, they say we're gonna charge you $11 an hour. You pay $11 an hour, and then you have like your taxes and everything, come out after that. But anyhow, so I told him, I was like, yeah, they're gonna give me $11.50, and he's like, I don't know, I really don't know if I can swing that. I said, well, I said, I don't know what to tell you. I said, that's, it's up to you. So he calls me the next day, and he's like, he's like, I'm not 100% sure, but he's like, I might be able to get like $11.25. He's like, I know it's not $11.50, but I mean, like, instead of you having to go through the process of training and all this other stuff, you just stay here and you're making an extra 20, making an extra 50 cents an hour. Now, mind you, I was already bullshitting him. So if he got me $11.25, that's already 25 cents more than what the new job's going to pay me. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, I might go into this. It's a possibility. So I go to turn in all my, almost starting to head to bed. Currently can't donate, but I hope these bits help. Have a good night. Oh, well, I appreciate that, man. You didn't have to do that. But thank you for the 10 bits. The first 10 of the month. Well, no, wait. Oh, apparently during the Spider-Man videos that I had today, apparently Free Fallen Flower has 225 bits and Angela Bella has 100. So, hey, third place goes to Chris. But yeah, get some sleep because I know you gotta go to school tomorrow. But anyhow, back to the story. So I'm talking to the new boss, and I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, I'm pulling pulling my boss's leg. I told him, I was like, you guys are giving me 11.50 an hour. Make him sweat. I was like, I know he won't be able to come up with anything. And so he's sitting there, he's laughing, he's having a good time out of it. Oh, and another 10. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that, man. I really feel like I'm not excited about it, but I'm just like, I just feel miserable. But thank you, man. I appreciate that. Get yourself some rest so you can get yourself some rest so you can be ready for school tomorrow, man. Um. Anyhow, I do like that triangle design though. That is actually kind of wicked. Anyhow, so I'm telling the new boss, I'm like, yeah, I know the guy. He's not gonna get a single dime extra for me. I'm like, there's no way. So I'm like, there's not. He's not gonna do anything. So we're having a good laugh. Well, my boy that helped me get the job, I told him the story too. Except for he didn't really take it all in as to what I said. So he goes back to work and he's like, dude, he goes, did you hear the story from Mike? And he's like, oh yeah, I heard his story. He's like, yeah, he goes, apparently his boss actually like come up with like 11.25. And he goes, you shitting me? He goes, he sat there and told me, he goes, like, there's no way that he would even come up with the money. And he goes, no, apparently his boss came up with 11.25. He goes, fuck that, I like that guy. I'll pay him 11.25 an hour. I haven't even started work and I already got my very first raise. Oh man, I was freaking laughing my ass off. That's phenomenal. I know, right? I was dying. I swear to God, hands down, I was dying laughing. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I didn't even freaking, like, even start day one of work, and I've already got a raise. Like, that's awesome. But, yeah, the streaming is going to be very interesting. Um, it's a subject that I've talked to Free Fallen about because I know pretty much everyone else is kind of cool with whatever I come up with. It's just I have to come up with something. So, for the most part, the biggest issue right now is timing and schedule. So, being that I've already started going from Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and streaming 4 hours each day because my schedule allowed me to go to work, be at work at 4 o'clock. Now I have to be at work at 3. So now my schedule, as far as streaming is concerned, has gone from a Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 4 hours a day to a possible Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 hours a day. And I sat there and I was like talking to Free Fallen, and I was just like, I don't know. I'm like, this is just, it's like my streaming time is available now. I have a perfect schedule. I can make it anytime during the day. But now it's become reduced to from 12 hours a week now down to 9 hours a week. And it's something that we've been kind of tinkering with the idea of, and that is doing those 3 hours. But instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do it 5 days a week. So Monday through Friday. It's an idea I've tinkered with, but from the 1 week with the abdominal injury that I had to deal with to now the tooth injury and the week last week with training, I just haven't had a chance to even start a 5-day week schedule. And then the 23rd of April, which is a Tuesday, not one of my streaming days, but it's a Tuesday, I have to actually be out of town. Yeah, Liz. I'll get that in just one second. Um, then the 23rd, I'm actually going to be out of town probably that Monday. And then Tuesday, I have to handle some business up in North Carolina. It's like a 3-hour drive away. And that's not considering traffic. So I'm probably going to wind up like driving up there that night and just be up there at the nighttime area. And then by the time it's like I get done with that, oh, there's Free Fallen. Figured you fell asleep on me. But considering that it's like probably like that Monday, maybe I'll stream during the day, but then, you know, after I'm done streaming, book it to North Carolina and then get done with whatever business I got to get done with up there, and then hightail it back down here to be back here Tuesday evening, and then Wednesday going into it. So we're talking like probably won't be until like May that I can even dabble in the 5-day a week schedule possibility. Yeah, it's amazing who you pick up along the way when it's evening hours for us. Imagine that. I got the professor. I got Liz. Hey, I'm gonna get everybody over in the UK at this rate. Okay, so the abdominal injury was a couple streams ago. It probably will still be up. I'm not sure. Well, 3:36 a.m. But I did a video commentary from the WWE, which is the wrestling video game that they have. So I did a whole entire segment of like maybe what 3-4 hours, give or take, Free Fallen. And so I did like a 3-4 hour segment, and it was just absolutely ridiculousness. And I just pushed myself to the point where even my vocals were just kind of getting shaky. After the stream was done and everything, I had other stuff I had to attend to. That actually was the day that I was going in to do the here's my last day, here's my uniforms, here's my so forth, and I had to go talk to the other boss, and the whole got myself a raise thing happened all in the same day. I went home, and like that whole time, and from like after I left the stream, I was coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. I really overdone my vocals. Totally worth it though. Oh my god, it was but it wound up being one of those things where I woke up the next morning and I had pulled like all of my lower abdominal muscles. It hurt bad. It was bad. It hurt so bad. I can't even begin to tell you. But yeah, it was absolutely ridiculousness at its finest, my ladies and gentlemen. We had Disney princesses fighting each other in a battle royale. We had Goofy versus Mickey versus Buzz Lightyear versus Deadpool versus, dear God, I don't know who else I can even throw in this mix. Yeah, the literally March, I have pushed myself really, 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 really hard. Stitch and Baymax, thank you, and Goofy and Mickey, and just Everybody. We like threw everybody into like an elimination chamber match. Um, but yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. A phrase in America. It was literally balls to the wall. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Um, but yeah, it's been constant ups and downs, constant ups and downs. Man, I can't even begin to like even tell you. I mean, it's just been absolutely ridiculousness. Um, Physically, I've paid for it, but it's been fucking worth it. It's one hell of a ride. I, I I do it for the fans. I do it for the friends that I've made along the way here. But literally, it's like I do it because like I love entertaining you guys. So I would rather, you know, it's like an old saying that I've heard several times. Um, would you rather live a long and happy life, no issues, no problems, just coasting through, playing it safe, and just having a good life, and living to the ripe age of like 99, 100, and just being able to be on your deathbed and say, I had a good life? Or would you rather have some of the most ridiculous stories, some of the most outrageous memories, the most fun, wild, crazy, memorable moments of life, to the point where you don't just coast into that nice deathbed quiet and quaint? No, you come in crashing like an airplane out of the sky, bent, twisted, nasty, mangled, saying, damn, that was fun, and be the ripe age of 60. Now, look, I would love to sit there and have the best of both worlds and say, have one and live till I'm 100, but mangled all the way, baby. Life is supposed to be meant to be lived, not to just live. Live it. Live it to its fullest. Enjoy every moment because you never know when it's going to be your last. You can be happy, healthy, never touch alcohol, drugs, whatever, and have no stories, no really anything to talk about. You can be boring, blah, blah, plain, mundane, whatever words you want to use, you can be that. And be all nice and warm and comfy and cozy in your modest little house at what? The ripe age of 100? Nothing to look forward to. Better look back on life and say, I can't believe I did that, than to look back and say, I wish I did that. That's what I'm talking about. That is the Lycan way. The way we are. I'm going to sit there and tell you right now, if I ever sat down and wrote a book, I'd be damned if it's not going to be a bestseller. Why? Because I got some stories to tell y'all. So, it's the way I live it. So, I do this streaming thing. Trust me. I've got my friend who got me this job that I'm working now, who told his boss that this is what I do. Showed him what I do. And he's like, and you want him working for us? He goes, but when he works for us, he's the other side of the coin. He's safe. He knows the business. He knows what he's doing. Dude, within like the first 30 minutes of talking to me, he knew right then and there. He was like, I want to give this guy a raise. And I hadn't even started my first day. So, I'm sorry. You know, what you see is what you get. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I love people with every last bit of my heart. I'll tell you that I love you with every last beat of my heart, that I care about you, whether I've known you for 20 years, whether I've known you all my life, or whether I just met you. I care about you. But at the same time, when you do something stupid, whether I just met you or whether I've known you for all my life, I'm going to look at you and go, the fuck were you thinking? Not, not because I'm brash, not because I'm an asshole. It's because it's like some people just sugarcoat it, and some people just need to know, hey, you fucked up. Dust yourself off, do it again. Here, let me show you how to do it. You know, if I have to. But that's why, I mean, look at Free Fallen. I mean, I'm not trying to take credit for her. I showed her the way. That's plain and simple. I just opened the door and I said, imagine the possibilities. And she ran off with it. Yeah. Very much try to like do it differently so you don't make the same mistakes. Some people, they make the same mistakes until they finally learn. Nothing wrong with that. Means I'm going to look at you several times and go, you're one of those people, aren't you? I'm going to take you a few times. All right. Here's your helmet. Try again. You know. Yes, my screen's like gone to screensaver mode. It's like, pfft, we were gonna play a game with you, but screw you. Yeah, I'm the master at making this even. Oops, sorry. Haha, I'm the master at making the same mistakes 100 times before I learn. Sometimes some of us are just that way. It's like we've got to keep on trying it one way, and then we think that by number 99 that, okay, well, let's go ahead and go for 100 because maybe what we wanted will finally happen. Nope, you're going to realize you made 100 mistakes, but you learn. But he's right. I've never even considered this to be a passion of mine, but it honestly has. I love who I've become, and he is one of the most contributing factors. And I don't like walking around feeling like I'm that guy that's like, yeah, that's right. I created that there. I'm not God, okay? Not by far. I'm a Lycan. I just do the Lycan way. I, you know, I think of it from that aspect. Werewolves, wolves, whatever. We're pack. We're family. We take care of each other. We take care of our own. But in the same aspect, we're not going to, for the lack of the old cliche term, um, in a sort of sense, I bet you. You got the lichen bug. You were bitten. I guess you could say that. But wolves are not going to lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. We're not. We're hungry. We know what we want, and we go for it. Plain and simple. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Now, um, there's a lot of people out there that have these self-help seminars, and I feel like sometimes it's like my outlook on things is kind of like I could create it into a seminar and I could make loads of money off of it. But truthfully, it is. It's the Lycan way. We're you don't grow hair and grow fangs and you know go eating livestock. No, You don't transform from a human into a canine. No. Don't go on a killing spree. No. But there's a transformation from the person you are into the animal you will become. And that's pretty much what we've done. A lot of people that have been part of our pack, Brittany, Sarah, um, Free Fallen. I mean, the list keeps going on and on and on and on. It's like we work with people to bring the best part of them out. And then when they finally get to that point where they're comfortable in their new skin, dude. Yes, we do. We protect each other, fight for each other, defend one another. Yep. No hair, no fangs. Well, we won't talk about that. No hair, no fangs. I've been sold a lie. What happens when you have people direct an American Werewolf in Paris? Shit happens. But I mean, like I said, it's a process. It's one of those things that I'm very fortunate to have been around a great group of people. I mean, I've seen some people on Discord, Twitch, TikTok, whatever format you want to name, I can beat you. Um, I have never been part of anything so fantastic as this group. I've seen people like, and even Team Rise is a great, great group of people. Even Team Rise can't hold a candle to us. We may not have thousands, but that's because we're just beginning. We ain't even started yet. But there's been like other groups out there that boast to be support for support, or we help each other. We do that. No, you ain't nothing until you've been in this group, until you've been in this family, and you've been a part of this family, because then you start seeing how it really works every day. I mean, I don't need no fancy bots or anything to tell me who my people are and how much time they spend on my Discord channel. I don't know, nor do I care. But I can tell you, I've got Brittany, Beachy, Wizard, Xandria, White Pharaoh, Professor Heretic, Liz the Centaur. I could keep going on and on and on down the list and name every single last one of you. Angela, Bill, Gina, Link, Calico. I can keep going. Would you like me to? Asian Chris. I can name everybody that's on our Discord. Why? Because they're part of the family. They're there every day. I know you people. I love each and every one of you. Whether I ever meet you or whether I do. I love each and every one of you. And that's why it's like I tell people, you guys are awesome. You put together a great group, man. I felt it as soon as I landed here. It's, and again, I really would love to say that I could toot my own horn and brag and boast and be like, yep, I did this. I did all of this. It's it's no 50-50, no 25-75. It's all 100-100. I put in 100%, you put in 100%, and it's like we just work. Like, even if we disagree, we understand that we're going to have disagreements. Like, I don't like doing it that way. I want to do it this way. We don't want you to do it this way. Follow the formula. This is what works. We don't have a formula. We wing it. We go with what feels right, with what seems to like work. We talk to each other. And that's what I love about it. God, yeah, it was a Batman Telltale series. That's right. God, that game went down the hole. 1 week. Actually, 1 day. One fucking stream. Oof. First time was when Lycan was just setting up his stuff. It's it could be. It could be around that time because like that was the week I told him you look like a bouncer. Yep, I do remember that. Um yeah, it might have been that week because that week that I was setting up everything, setting up all the days, like, Monday was, multiplayer Monday and everything. Yeah, I do believe it was around that time frame. I believe so. So, may not have been Batman, but it was in that time frame somewhere. Yeah, I do get that a lot. I don't know where y'all get that from. Oh, never mind. I'll just turn it back around. We'll talk about that. Yeah. Yep. Like I said, I worked in the security field for 20 almost 20 years, and you really get to learn a lot about psychology, about people, like how they operate, how they think, what, you know, almost like what's going to be my next step. I already thought 3 steps ahead of you before you even thought about your first thought. Trust me. You ain't going to throw anything my way that ain't going to surprise me. I got this, boo boo. Trust me. When they say it's like, I've been there, I've rode the ride. Yeah, trust me. I've been there. I rode the ride. Got the t-shirt that says one size fits all. Guess what? It was a lie. It didn't fit at all. I know. I know. I've been there. I know. So it's like sometimes that's just the way it is. Can't fix that. But like I said, I'm just like happy to have you guys here and, happy to be part of this like every stinking day. I mean, I get yelled at all the time by my girlfriend who says, you're working too hard. You're doing so much. You need to take a time out. You need to take a breather. You need to rest. You need to relax. She talking to me like I'm dumb. I should have known. I should have left that bitch alone. But now I'm stuck with wah 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 wah. No, that's how the song goes. I'm not calling a color bitch. Um, before someone winds up clipping this and sending it to her. I'm sorry. Um, no, free falling gets on me. She gets on me. Everyone gets on me and tells me it's like you need to rest, you need to relax, you need to be able to like take a day for yourself. Trust me, I know, I will, and I do. I know where my limits are, and I pull back when it's like I'm going like, okay, I've hit my limit. I need to chill, because I don't need to overwork myself. Um, but at the same time, I also know I know when to push myself, and I know when to pull back and be like, time to relax. So try not to like overwork myself too much. Try not to. Sometimes, it gets the better of me. It's the way it is. But I mean, we've come a long way in just, I mean, literally yesterday was the start of our 4th month. In 3 months, I mean, we've made so much of a dent that I didn't anticipate having as much of a dent in in the whole first year. I figured this would be like, the numbers that I looked at and everything, the stats and everything that Twitch gave me, showed me this is what you've accomplished in 3 months. And I'm like, that was my 1 year goal. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, no, 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 I did? Yeah, I did. 3 months. 3 months, I hit like a 1 year goal. I seriously was like, I'm not bragging. I'm not gonna go ahead and go out there and tell everybody the number, but I imagined in, well, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. I imagined in 1 year, I was like, wouldn't it be amazing if I was to like make between donations, bits, subscriptions, all the financial money wise that I make from Twitch. Like, wouldn't it be amazing if like in the first year I'd make $1,000? I'm like, oh my god, that'd be like, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna quit my job, but I was like, can you imagine? I'm like, in 1 year I make $1,000 just doing what I was gonna do for free anyhow, sitting at home by myself and freaking entertaining myself. I'd be sitting there acting up and talking smack to the video game or other players. You guys get to see it and get to have fun and chat with each other, and every now and then I get a bit thrown at me. And would have ever thought that I was gonna like, my goal was, I was like, you know what, make $1,000 in a year, easy. You know, would have ever known that it's like in 3 months I would have like halfway to that goal. Considering that you get $11 an hour, yeah, it would be amazing. Yeah, because I mean, like, me working my job, I'm like, I'm used to like 21, 22,000 a year. My house is paid for. I only have one car that I have to pay for. So, I mean, I really don't have a whole lot that I have to spend out. So, I mean, I'm not hurting. But it's like, you know, I mean, now if I was like having to pay rent and everything, yeah, I'd be freaking out at that $11 an hour. But I'm like, just chilling and relaxing. Oh, over in America? God, yeah. You can work at a McDonald's for like $10, $11 an hour. Doing what I do, I mean, I really don't have to like take your order. I don't have to go make fries and burgers and sweating in a kitchen for $10 an hour. I pretty much I walk around, talk to people, and make $11 an hour. Yeah, and I don't know as to like, how American euro or American dollars versus, uh euro, quid, whatever they call it. Yeah, quid. Um yeah, I mean, I don't know like what the difference is, but I mean like $11 an hour in American dollars. I mean, my girlfriend works over at a shop where it's like she sells candles for $11 an hour. Doing what I do, I'm walking around and I talk to the public. Where's the bathroom? Where's the restaurants? Where can you suggest this? Oh hey, something the worst thing that I get in my job currently at this place where I'm working at, the worst thing that's going to happen in my job is I'm going to have someone start a fight. And guess what? I call the cops and they come out. I don't get physically involved with it no more. Cool. I can do that. Exchange rate isn't that different anymore. Yeah. Starting to become that way. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's like, I mean, we're way, 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 way overdue because I think, I mean, free falling, you can probably, unless you fell asleep again, um, you can probably look it up and see like what the American minimum wage is. I think the American minimum wage is like $7 or $8 an hour. I think that's what the actual minimum wage is right now, and it has not changed in a long time. I mean, minimum wage is like $7, $8 an hour, and it's like it ain't changed in probably a good 10 years. I can't remember the last time we had the actual wage go up. Trust me. The biggest huge issue right now is that there were people that work at McDonald's and they were screaming and crying and going, "This is an injustice." And we're like, "What are you crying about?" Well, how do they ever think I'm ever going to get out of this slump that I'm in making this money? By God, I think I should be making $11 an hour. Flipping burgers? Bitch, please. I gotta babysit drunk people. I sometimes have to get hands on and arrest people. And I make 10. You want 11? Because you sit in a drive thru and say, "Would you like fries with that shake?" You have got to be out your ever loving mind. Frank, our minimum wage went up to 820 quid yesterday, so I'll have a pay raise. Woo. Yeah, and see, I would love for the American average minimum wage to go up. I think the American minimum wage should be $10, $11 an hour, because then this dude right here will be making a lot more money. But see, it's been so long since they've done a change that they think, "Oh, we're already paying you a lot of money." No, you're not. You realize that it's like, I keep you, my company, my people keep your property from having lawsuits, from having damages, from having issues to where it would cost you more money down the road. And you want to pay me $11 an hour? Trust me, I used to work at a bar bouncing people. That's where the bouncer probably comes in. I used to work at a bar bouncing people. When you act like an ass, I throw you on your ass. And I made $11 an hour. I honestly made $11 an hour doing that. Not cool, dude. Not by far. Our living wage, which is what the government say you need to actually survive, is about $9.50 though. Right. But you don't even have to have the fancy car. It doesn't even have to be a Cadillac. It doesn't have to be a Bentley. I just want a freaking Chevy. I don't want a pickup truck. Easy peasy car. Easy peasy vehicle. Not expensive. You're going to tell me that it's like, I can't afford these things. Crashed your car yesterday. How the hell did you crash your car, and are you okay? Oh my dear God, how did that happen? Let me guess, you were driving on the left side of the road, weren't you? I couldn't help that one. That one was right there. But yeah, no, it goes back into what I was saying, is that a lot of people, when it comes down to like money and living expenses and how we should be able to like survive and everything, it's just like all into one. It turns into like one big huge clusterfuck. It's like people just like don't really realize that it's like, some people have it easy, some people don't. I think my phone just died finally. Well, I took it up the inside of a wall. It's pretty fucked. The back door doesn't open anymore and has no paint one side. The left side is a correct side. I know, that's where I was joking. Um, Damn. I won't even ask how that happened. I'm actually starting to get tired. And especially since Professor hasn't come back, and I'm sure that Free Fallen is asleep, and I should have been asleep like 4 hours ago. What was supposed to be just me testing this out to see if it works. I'm still here. Turned too tight. That's what she said, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we're going to end this one tonight. Yeah. I'm glad that you're okay, and you know, cars can be replaced, people can't. So I'm actually glad that you're doing okay and doing better. Glad to hear that, you know, you're still out there. We think about you all the time. Anybody that's part of our Discord group, you know, we're always like, you know, like, hey, has anyone talked to so and so lately? And then we'll go hunting you down if, like, you know, we haven't talked to you, heard from you, and make sure you're okay. Yeah, me too. I mean, 875 milligrams. I mean, it's, trust me, it's a lot of drugs. No painkillers. It's just a lot of drugs. You got to make sure you eat, or make sure you at least drink milk. But when I have to take both pills back to back, yeah, no, I'm sorry, son. No, there's no leeway in that one. That one you've really gotta eat when you have both pills back to back. I keep meaning to come on Discord, but I never know what to say. Hi. That's all you gotta start with. You even go into our Discord and see like half the crazy crap that we're talking about. Just, you'll fit right in. It's like a soap opera. You don't have to know it from the beginning. You just gotta just get in the storyline right there and just keep following it. That's it. Plain and simple. And you know our group just as easily as you came in tonight. It's like, you know, we're all like, let's, you know, and it's just go about and do what we do. But yeah, that is going to be the end of it for me tonight. I am definitely tired and definitely ready to go ahead and get the hell out of Dodge. So, love all of you guys. Hope to see you over in Discord. If anyone winds up watching this video later on and being like, wow, I didn't know Lycan was on this late. Yeah, Lycan After Dark, but it really wasn't as crazy as it normally is. Go ahead and check out, scroll down below. You'll see like the new designs and the new about me's and all the little things that I put in there, all the little nuances, all the little quirks that I've been able to put together for you guys. You'll be able to see the Discord link, or you can just do this little thing. It's called !Discord. And guess what happens? Oh, well, it would help if I actually was typing. Yeah, that happens too. !Discord, and boom. Drop by Nightbot there. Gives you the link to go ahead and come on over, which you guys are already there. But for anybody else who winds up like seeing this video and going like, well, this beats the ShamWow commercial. A little bit. Actually, I'd rather watch the ShamWow commercial. But anyhow. Yeah. Alright, guys. I am out. Love you. I will see you sometime tomorrow in the morning. Professor Heretic's back. Never mind. We're leaving. Drink one for me, Professor. I'm going to sleep. Actually, I want to go outside, smoke a cigarette, and watch it rain. And then I'm going to come in and go to sleep. But love you guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, me too. Me too. It's actually about 4 o'clock. I got another hour, and then I can go ahead and take another hit of ibuprofen. Freaking pill. Alright, guys. Love ya. Mean it. I'm out.